Good evening. I am Dustin Oldfield, covering the story of the U.S. Navy bribery scandal known as the Fat Leonard Affair. Bribery is a growing topic of concern in today's businesses and governments. Some countries see bribes as a custom, while others see the issue as unethical. These bribes can be seen as services rendered just like one would tip a server at dinner. Countries like China see these gifts as a social norm and is embedded within organizations. On the other hand, some organizations go to lengths of forbidding these events from occurring. There are some institutions in place to establish a set of ethics against bribery that bans U.S. organizations from paying bribes, and this is called the Foreign Corrupt Practices Act. This act prohibits U.S. businesses to pay or receive bribes. The issues of bribery has led to some individuals receiving prison time for these offenses. In some instances, there seems to be a single point of failure, but as the investigation continues, there are always more than one offender. In today's news, the final verdict from the United States Navy case on bribery, or known as the Fat Leonard Affair, comes to a close for several naval officers while the court case continues against Leonard Francis, who is the CEO and president of Glenn Defense Marine Asia, or known as GDMA. According to information released by the United States Navy, Francis, known as Fat Leonard, pleaded guilty to receiving secret information of ships' movements to organize and overpriced ship visits to foreign ports, in return giving payments in forms of hotel rooms, concert tickets, and prostitution. Within the investigation, there are more than 100 military and civilian personnel being investigated for accepting these bribes. As of March 26th, Captain Daniel Dusick pleaded guilty to accepting cash, luxury travel, and prostitutes in exchange for rerouting ships to ports controlled by Glenn Marine. Within the case against Captain Dusick, he used his position to convince admirals to reroute ships, including a carrier strike group, and gave Francis Leonard schedules of naval surface and subsurface forces. Bribery within this affair lasted over a decade, costing the Navy more than $34 million in overpriced port visits and other services. At this time, Captain Dusick is the highest-ranking officer charged in the case, but there are 3 admirals who have been censored from handling classified information due to ties to Francis, or others being investigated. Looking at this incident, a line of ethics is put into question. Is it right to give classified information in return for gifts? The short answer is no. Captain Dusick and other naval officers involved performed what is called self-dealing. This term is used when someone uses their position to take advantage of situations. The visible, internal, administrative, and less visible costs were not valued or looked at by these people when committing the crime. With this situation, the Navy has been using the corporate social responsibility strategy, or operating with good manner. Captain Dusick and other officers took advantage of this strategy. According to some people, bribery is a breach of trust that falters the conduct of good business. At times, this breach in trust for an organization can ruin future businesses with other companies. For the time being, services between the Navy and Glenn Defense Marine have been canceled.